Everyone knows how to punch, right? Or so they think. And look, if you're big and strong and weighty and you throw a bad punch, you can probably get away with it because of your size. But when you're my size, you can't. So what you have to understand is punching doesn't come from the shoulders. It comes from your legs and your hips and your core. And what it does is it's a function of where does your center move. Your power comes from the fact that my mass moved. Not my shoulders and my hand, but my mass. And what happens inevitably is when people hit, they move their mass incorrectly, which destroys their punch. So, first rule, very simple, is your mass needs to be underneath you, and it needs to move. So if my mass goes this way, I need to reset my mass and come again, and reset my mass and come again. If I go like this and throw my mass, and then throw again, and then throw again, there's nothing on it, or very little, because I've already expended the energy of my mass and my weight. So I see this a lot in here. What people will do is they will swing, boom, right? And then they want to come back with the other hand, and then they swing again. But you see how I've transferred my mass and I've lost what I want to do. Why that happens is people come too far with their chest over their front leg. And when they come over their front leg, they lose support and the body collapses. So ideally what you want to do is you have to limit how far your mass comes over your leg. Why that happens for the most part is people reach. So what they do is they go too far and they extend and it forces them over that foot and then they collapse. What you have to understand is when you punch, you probably should be closer than you think you should be. Because this way as I hit, if you watch my mass and my center is right here and it's over my front foot, but not so far that I fall. So here's the other part of this. So now I want to throw the second punch. So I throw this. What I have to do before I throw that second punch is just relax a little bit because my center's here and I want to take my center back just a touch. So I can come back with the next one. So what happens is you punch, relax, punch, relax, punch, relax. Most people panic and they just run at people, which is sloppy and doesn't have a lot of juice on it. But if you can learn to take that fraction of a second, just regain yourself before every strike, there's a lot on it. So here's a little drill how to do this. Take your second hand out of the equation. It's just even better than this. It's better that way. Take your first punch, right? Throw it. Boom. Now as you finish, before you throw the next one, just sit back a little bit, center yourself. Sit back, recenter yourself, hit, and then recenter yourself, and hit, and recenter yourself. And just do this over and over and over again until you get this feel of where the center of your mass is and where it belongs. When you start a motion, your center of mass should be roughly in the middle so that you can move off either foot. But if you commit it, it's very hard to work from there. You should do that for a while until you get a good feel for it. It's not about how hard you hit it, it's a drill. The object is to learn how to fluidly go. Like, see how I'm doing this soft for now just to learn the mechanic of it? You know, down the road, you want to add to it, that's fine. But, you know, if you were learning a golf swing, you wouldn't just go out and start gunning. I would hope someone would teach you how to take your time, set your form, and you would take easy cuts until you learned how to actually swing it. And we can't do that because we're all impatient. We want to go too fast. Take your time and learn it. Back and back. And then eventually, what you do is you do both hands. So you go like this, you rock back, you come back, you rock back, you come back, you rock back. And you're always learning how to reset your weight before you throw the next one. So look, I went like this. No, I kick back a little bit. I'm this way. I kick back a little bit. I come back this way. All the time I want to kick that weight back just a little bit. And, you know, it helps me punching tremendously. Eventually, too, a good way to do this, believe it or not, is to go mix it up. So let's say I go one hand, two hands. And then I'll go back to 1, 2, and then maybe I'll go 1, 2, and then 1. And just try and break the rhythm up so it forces your body to learn where the balance point is. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Leave comments. Feel free to share. It helps the channel grow.